Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, Roads to Power. So in today's episode we're going to be focusing on that mercenary work, doing the stand with us contracts. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and put in place a Master of Arms. Now we don't really have anybody good for this position, because Aki, he is already our second. I suppose we could check if he can hold both of these positions, maybe. Let's see what happens here. Does he get replaced? He does not. So he can actually do both of these two jobs. We are giving him a lot of power in the company, I suppose, but we want the higher damage and toughness ratings here. 25%. If we put this other guy in place, we'd only get the 10%. So that's a significant increase. Alright, so before we do this mission, we're going to go ahead and actually move our camp over to that location. As I stated before, this does allow us to raise our troops up closer to the area. It's not a big deal. But the main reason why we're moving over here is because I'd like to hire somebody else to be a knight. We'll see if there's anybody available here. We do have some money available. There might be some additional stand with us contracts as well. Yeah, there's one right here. But since we moved over here and it's in the same area and it looks like we could easily win that conflict, this is the one we're going to help out in. So let's go and visit the tribal holding and see if there's any bonuses we can get and anybody we can recruit. So yeah, we definitely want to do this one here. But again, we don't get any bonus with that 3-month one because I think it's broken. But let's see if there's anybody that we could recruit here. So this guy would make a fantastic knight. He's a berserker, a poet, he's shrewd. He's also got the novice physician trait. And look at how skilled he is. Yeah, this guy is absolutely fantastic. Ulfer? Yeah, we're going to want to hire him. We can take a look at the other characters as well. Unless they have like really high skills. And they're also both older, so you don't really want to pay for a character that's so old. So we're going to pay the 40 gold to get this really great knight here. We'll see if there's anything else to do here. We won't look for additional contracts since we already have some to do, and we're also in the negative when it comes to prestige, so we couldn't do it anyways. Alright, so that'll give us an additional champion. Just give it a sec. And then let's go ahead and do this contract. Help him out in this conflict. I believe he's fighting his neighbor just to the north here. So we'll be the stronger side. But again, the only thing that really matters is that we contribute to the war. I mean, you want to win too, but it's not as important. So this is our allies' army. He's currently sieging their capital. I don't know if we'll be able to get there in time to... Well, we can't go through this way because we'd have to battle these guys, which even if we're winning decisively, we don't want to do that battle. It's unnecessary. I do not think this is who we're currently fighting. Let me just see here. No, that's definitely not their troops. I'm not sure where their army is. Might already be destroyed. But yeah, one other thing to consider is the fact that the attrition casualties is kind of a much bigger deal when you're playing as a landless character than it normally would be. We're going to have to go by sea. Because remember, you have to restore your manpower manually using provisions or money. So it's not going to just restore itself. So attrition is a much bigger deal as a landless character because of that reason. You need to be a bit more aware of it. Plus, we have a much smaller army and they're all men-at-arms. So those are men-at-arms you're losing rather than levies. Like, what's the matter if you lose 100 levies? It's not that big of a deal. But when they're men-at-arms, that's a much bigger deal. When you only have 504 dudes, yeah, that's losing 20% of them is significant. Wow, we wasted no time. Our wife is already pregnant, which somebody did note how her name is supposed to be pronounced. Apparently that symbol there is also the TH sound, so the pronunciation is slightly different, but her name is Thora. So now we know how to pronounce her name. But yeah, we didn't waste any time, guys. I told you, Magnus just needed some female companionship. Maybe he wouldn't be such a monster if he had had a lady in his life. Probably not, though. He's going to continue to be monstrous. In fact, he's going to bring her right down that path. Though he's not influencing her as much as she's probably going to be influencing him with this high intrigue. I think they're very fitting for each other. So it looks like we'll get the siege finished up. Oh, maybe not. He's taken off. Okay, we got it done. So I don't think it would have been completed if we hadn't been here, because he was taken off before he'd finished the siege. So that'll give us the contribution that we need. So we don't really need to contribute any further. But we might as well help him out in this battle, where we win decisively, destroying these 285 dudes. This is just a hostile army. This is not the guy he's at war with. Because the dude he is at war with is fighting in multiple conflicts. So we easily won that battle. We lost 6, or our side did. We didn't lose any. Or if we did, they weren't fatal casualties. Now we have 65% on the war score. We're just going to follow this guy around. Suppose he's going to do... I don't know what he's doing here. We should be going over here to do the siege. So I guess we're just sitting on the defense here. I don't know why he's doing that. Why not just attack this guy? Yeah, we'll have to do it for him. We'll win decisively. I don't know why he's not even moving to help out in this. That's weird. Normally the AI would help out. Seems almost like they see the mercenaries as disposable. Yeah, you go fight. I'll sit and guard this mountain pass. Alright, so we will take some casualties in this particular battle. Not too many though. Yeah, just lost a few dudes. Very easy battle here. What did they have? Did they not have any men at arms? They did. Yeah, they had men at arms. We just wrecked them. Here's how our champions did. Key's kind of the hero of this one. And so now he's coming to help out with the siege. Okay. You do you, buddy. Alright, so we helped out. He's going to pay us 50 gold. Really ought to have gotten more, because we kind of won that war for him. I mean, he might have won it eventually. I don't know, though, because he had that other country was involved in that conflict. Alright, so we can go ahead and disband our troops now. And we got ourselves an easy 50 gold. And we have a new patron as well. So we might be able to make a request of him now. And we could ask him for some gold. That's 28 there. Don't need a marriage. Need provisions. We could use that, I suppose, but I'd rather have the gold. We can't make this request because we're lacking the prestige. Okay, so all those requests I made last episode has limited our ability to make any other ones. There's a contract here to fight corruption. But there's another Stand With Us mission, and we're going to do that one. Looks like it should be another easy one. Let's go and move our camp. We don't have to move all the way over there. We'll just move over to this location. And then we'll go into the town. Though I don't know that we actually want to spend any money. Could always use more champions, more followers. But yeah, what I want to do with that money, I don't want to spend it yet because it'd be all of it. I want to improve our pavilion. We haven't done that yet. So we haven't seen that massive tree before. I swear we are going in circles. My caravan master Ulfr shouts. Is Ulfr our caravan master now? Could have swore we had somebody else in that position. Oller. Yeah, she still is in that position. Okay, that's interesting. Clearly this is not working properly. Perhaps he is right. We've seen no sign of getting out of this forest in hours. Are we even still in Skara? The dense tree coverage makes it impossible to tell the time of day, or even the direction we are heading. At this rate, we'll never make it. So we can say I know exactly where we are. It's a learning challenge that will likely fail in, 57% chance. Or we send scouts ahead, 70% chance that our travel is delayed significantly, 30% chance that it's only slightly delayed. Okay, well it's a matter of 15 days. We'd probably get the 20 days here anyways. So let's just do this option. Clearly the better one. So it's going to take us longer to get through this forest. Because apparently we have the wrong caravan master in place. But we have finally arrived. And let's go and visit that tribal holding. At the very least, hear that story. And might be able to get some points in intrigue. I mean, there's only 2% chance, but maybe get some intrigue lifestyle experience. And we did. Alright, excellent. We can see if there's anybody here for recruitment. It's hard to pass up like good characters even though we're trying to save our money. But we got another berserker here. Ask the looter, a brilliant strategist. I mean, this guy's fantastic. How can we not hire him? Another old lady and another really good character. Wow. We're getting really lucky here with the characters. This guy's quite talented. He's more specific to the prowess and the martial ability. While he has skills in almost everything, his prowess is not impressive. He's a genius, though. That reminds me, there's something we need to do here after we hire this guy. He's kind of a craven. He's really not the best person for the type of work that we do, I think. I think this guy's probably the better option, but let me just take a look at their prices. He's much more expensive. His name is Gandalfer. We're gonna hire that guy, he's cheaper. Alright, so we are done here. So we got ourselves another knight. Nothing else here. Sometimes there's some unique options there, not usually. Depends on where you're at and the size of the holding. We can also change our personal deity if we wanted to. The cooldown for that has ended. So what we needed to do is to set our personal position to do the advanced research. I know it's only a 6% bonus, and you know, we're spending like a quarter of the money that we make. I think it's worth it though. But you can see that we weren't being charged anything for just having the personal position. That was one thing I wasn't entirely sure with, because it states that you're going to have to pay her, but you don't actually, unless you do one of these. And I know it's only 6% bonus, but anything to help us get through our lifestyle perks would be helpful. Alright, so it seems that we had a son born. Alright, fantastic. So now we just need to come up with a name. We could name him Magnus. After ourselves, that's what she wants to do, and I'm okay doing that just to get the grateful opinion. We might want to change the boy's name. I know in other playthroughs we'll often do that, name our son after our character since it's historical, realistic. It does add some confusion though, particularly because I don't know if they'll get the regnal number, because you know, we're just leading this company, so he might just be Magnus. You know, you wouldn't have Magnus II or anything like that. So it might be best to change his name. He did get that hell trait, so that's excellent. It's not quite as good as his father's, unfortunately. He's not robust. Would have been nice if we had inherited that. But yeah, it's great that he did inherit at least a level of that trait. Alright, so let's go and do this contract here. Feel free to post suggestions for our son's name. Maybe like Ragnar or something. Could also wait until after we find out what type of personality he'll have and set up his education trait. Maybe determine his name based on that. Alright, so let's go and raise up our army here. We didn't refill those 4 dudes, but it's really not necessary. Wait till we take some more casualties. So I guess we're just going to assist him in that siege. Let me see, can we do this siege here on our own? We could. So why not just do that? Just to get this war done a bit quicker. Oh, and he's also going to end the siege to go do this battle, or at least chase that army around. Oh, nope, he picked it back up. So this is one of the interesting things that can happen as a mercenary, is that the character you're at war with can offer you land in order to get you to leave the conflict. And all this will happen. You'll get the veteran adventure trait, and you'll become his vassal, of course. And so it's another way to get landed. All the camp buildings you have will be demolished, as you'd expect, but you get a portion of their cost back. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and decline that, because we're not looking to get landed. We're not going to betray our contract either, not because it's against our values, but we're making good money here. So we've arrived and we're doing the siege. You can see we are taking attrition. And he's doing a siege over here. We could go and do that battle, but as I had explained in the last episode, you do seem to get more points for doing the sieges than you do from the battles. So we'll do this instead. Maybe we'll do the battle after we're done here. So we're going to continue down this branch here. This will be helpful for more provisions. Something we actually need at the moment. Not running low or anything, but yeah, we definitely want to step up our provision numbers. You had another ally join into the conflict. I mean, this war is going to be over soon. Yeah, he's going to go do that battle. That might be enough points, so maybe we don't even get to finish the siege, which would be very unfortunate because I don't think we have any points at the moment. Oh, no, we do. Just doing the siege. Okay, that's interesting. So it looks like doing the siege by yourself still adds up the points. Maybe it was always that way. I could have swore just helping in the siege was enough. Wow. Thor is already pregnant again. And these two really get along. I mean, you see their opinion's quite high. It's a good thing that we did come back home to get a spouse. I think that worked out much better for us. Yeah, we got paid 160 gold. All right, excellent. Got a hook as well. Stepped up our prestige. Let's go ahead and disband our troops. And I guess we'll restore those losses. Shouldn't cost too much because it's just 23 soldiers, so 46 provisions here. And then we can go ahead and spend that money to upgrade our pavilion, which is going to cost 200. And this will allow us to get another men-at-arms regiment. Also increases the phase length of enemy hostile schemes. Increases our provision capacity by 100. We get another building slot. And it increases the travel safety by 2%. So it's going to take us 10 months to get that constructed. We're being offered another contract here for mercenary work. But you know what? I don't think we want to do it this way. I mean, you get the extra 48 gold, but he doesn't become a patron. But I suppose when you request something, you're not even getting 48 gold, so maybe this is the better option. But let's just take a look at what his war. Okay, so we'd basically be making the difference there. I think we are going to go ahead and accept that, guys. You can see that there's the contract here as well, but you know what? Let's accept it this way so we get the 50 gold. I would have said 48. Looked like that changed. So we got this event again. However, we actually have the 100 gold to say my pourback demands more luxurious furnishings. And this will add the second level pavilion here. Not sure how that would work since we're already upgrading. I assume we're not going to get the money back. And probably not going to still be upgraded. I don't think you could exploit it that way. You'd probably have to cancel it. You know, we're going to try this because 100 gold is obviously much cheaper than 200. So that'll give us all the money back. And I think it gives it to you immediately as well. Yeah, so we moved right to level 2. Didn't have to wait however much time we had on that, 8 months. And we saved 100 gold. So definitely the best option there. And that unlocks the next slot here. And I already know what we're going to get. There's a lot of good choices here. We're going to get the campfire. Just to show you guys what this does at the highest level. It grants you a lot more knights. You would need a lot of followers in order to even be able to fill in those knightly positions. We can't fill in the number that we have at the moment. But eventually maybe we can. But the key here is that your max number of men-at-arms regiments is going up with each level. And so yeah, I like that. And then also unlocks the fireside chat intent for the camp revelry. That's nice. And if you use the scout for talent to find officers, then you're able to find more officer options. So I personally like this option mainly for this. But I did want to show you guys some of the other choices because we only have one slot left. What they give you towards the end. The quartermaster position's nice to have. The supply capacity I think is a little more useful than the provisions capacity here. Here's the baggage train. Gives you some increased size for the regiments. And some other nice bonuses like increased travel speed, new officer position as well. The mess tent has a pretty good bonus here with the prowess scheme phase length being reduced. So when you do those prowess schemes, it's much quicker. Of course, the stress loss is great, and increasing the opinion with everybody in your camp is also quite helpful. On top of that, you're improving these two actions, and you get the chief cook officer position. So a lot of bonuses there. And then here's the camp perimeter. This one's most useful for the speed of moving, both when you're moving your camp and when you're just moving on the map, doing the travel. So there's some good choices, but we're going to do this one here. It's only going to cost us 60 gold as well since it's the first stage, and that will allow us to get another men-at-arms, which we can already do because we upgraded our pavilion. So that's something we're going to want to do probably after this war. I think the 500 men we have here right now is fine to finish this up. So we're going to go help him out there, which looks like he's already won the battle there. So we're probably just going to be doing sieges, and that's how we're going to get our points here. Help him do the siege of the capital. Could also chase that army down to destroy them. He's going out to sea. And our court physician's knowledge has increased. Okay, so she got 10 trade experience for the physician trait. Yeah, we're already 93% towards winning the war. Could also do our own siege, Okay, so we had a daughter this time. She didn't have any name suggestions for the daughter. So let's just go through these. We'll go with Saga. I like that. So taking a look at our daughter, she actually did get the robust trait. Well, that would figure. While our son only got the hell trait. Still, he's just 1 year old, and his prowess is 6. You do not want to fight these Norse babies. But yeah, now that we have 2 children, we could change our designated heir. So one of the nice things about the camps, you get to choose, you know, with the Landless characters, you get to choose who's going to succeed you. We don't actually need to do this because Magnus is already set to inherit. But if we have other sons, maybe one that we like a bit better, then we could do that. But remember, one thing to keep in mind is that for the camps, a child cannot inherit. It has to be an adult. Nobody's going to follow a child. You know, when he's not a landed character anyways. And so we're still at risk until our child comes of age. We can still lose the game basically, because that's exactly what would happen if anybody who wasn't from our dynasty succeeds, which is the case right now. If we look at the camp succession, we'll see that the titles will be given to your oldest child or next closest relative who is also your courtier and who does not hold any titles. If none are available, the follower by the highest prowess inherits. Well, I wonder if they changed this, because before it had to be an adult. You would think it's still the same. Maybe not. I mean, they could have changed it. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think it was nice that they did require that. And the war is now over. And we got paid that 50 gold. That's on top of what we already got paid, and we're already being offered another mercenary contract here. I see. So this one, he might not be able to win without our assistance. I don't know. He's got the winning war score, but he is outnumbered. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe a new ally came in for his enemy, and so that's why he's trying to get a mercenary to the system. Could have also been a mercenary that the guy hired. You know what? We're gonna go accept this. We don't even have to disband our troops, which is nice. So if you keep accepting missions that way, you don't ever have to disband your army. Our wife is pregnant again. Wow. I know time is going quick and everything. But yeah, we are wasting no time. We're going to have a whole brood of children in just a few years. I mean, we're 29. And we did not get married that long ago. And this is her 3rd pregnancy. I mean, our eldest son is 1. I'm not seeing any enemy troops up this way. So let's go and start moving down towards our enemy's territory. How about in these battles? I'm not sure exactly. There they are. I'll say, where is the enemy army? They're right there. Okay, so we'll move over here. We don't want to battle those guys though. So we need to be careful. I don't know who this character is or if they're going to go over this way. We gotta try and avoid that army. He's about to finish that siege. We could do this siege here. I just don't like being this close to this army and not knowing where they're gonna go. Yeah, this is risky. Well, they're being attacked here. Okay, so I think we should be alright, because I think they're losing that battle. So just making sure that we contribute here in some form or fashion. Even if it's just through a siege. Okay, so I think we're good to go. I don't know where the enemy army went. We have another son. Alright, fantastic. So let me just take a look. Did he get... He did. He got the hell trait. So we're passing that on through all of our children, though our daughter got the best form of it. I suppose we'll call him Amunder. I might end up changing their names based on how they turn out, as I mentioned with Magnus. But for now, these names are fine. But again, feel free to post any suggestions for name changes if you want down in the comments. So we'll have this siege done here in 4 months. Probably not going to be enough to win the conflict. I'm not entirely sure where that enemy army went. I saw him go out to sea. Looks like our allies here are coming to assist us. Get this siege done a little bit quicker. But you can see that we already have enough points, I think. We're at 31% for war contribution, but the point is we're still going to get paid here. And with this siege finished up, we should get a lot more points. And we'll also get the 26 gold from occupying there. We have a lot of money to spend. We should be improving our camp. We can get the roaring campfire. I don't want to spend it all though, which is why we're going to get this cheaper thing here. Because we need to get some men at arms. In fact, maybe we should just... Yeah, you know what? I don't think we should invest in any of these. We should invest in the men at arms, because why get more men at arms if we haven't even gotten the ones we have available? Because at the moment we have 2 additional slots, and we haven't even filled those in. If we're going to get anything, we should instead like improve the amount of money that we're earning. So move it up to 0.6, you know, the passive income, or increase our men at arms damage and the knight effectiveness, so that we're just better overall. Maybe that's the better option. Yeah, let's go and do that. We'll upgrade it. I know it's 180. I said I wasn't going to spend as much. Now you can't get as many men at arms, I suppose. But with that siege done, still looking pretty good on our contributions. But the war's not over yet. We're at 70%. I don't know if there's any other territory. Oh, we're at war with all this territory. So we need to go after that capital next. Okay. So let me see how long it would take to move. Because I really don't want to do this because you take all those casualties. It's going to be 58 days. So what if we just went by sea? Because we don't have to pay much. Remember, we get all those reductions. We have the 50% reduction from the swords for hire and the 75% reduction because we're Norse. So it greatly reduces the cost that we pay. And it's only 41 days, so it's actually faster as well. So we'll just go after his capital instead, and seem that our ally decided to do the exact same thing as us. We need to get that next martial perk. So we're going to get the hard rule that increases the dread gain and the men-at-arms damage. And the mercenary contract and offer military assistance gold rewards will be increased by 25%. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned in today's episode that I meant to in the beginning is the fact that they have him hatching the game and rebalancing everything, particularly with the Landless adventures, because honestly, they're kind of overpowered. The amount of bonuses you got for your troops, I mean, I was like wiping out armies with 100 dudes, with just that straight 100 dudes you start with. I was wiping out armies of like 3,000 men. So I had a couple people in the comments saying we really needed to build our men at arms up a lot more than just the 100 men before we started doing any mercenary contracts. But my experience is that even with the 100 dudes, you can do quite well and be very helpful in the battles. But clearly it was unbalanced, and thus it seems that they're patching it and making many adjustments. Let's look at this event. Rule in making. There's no end to the opinions and wants of my son and heir Magnus. Half of the time he's trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around. So he's bossy. He got the bossy trait. Okay, so now we can go ahead and select his education. The martial education makes the most sense for a bossy character. You can also do the stewardship. But I think he's going to take after his father, given the fact that he's also named Magnus. So we're going to do the martial education here. And then we're going to want to set ourselves up to educate him. Even though our learning's quite garbage, our martial's really high, and that's what matters. Or matters the most, I should say. And our learning's not that bad now. It's now 8. Since our second is giving us a +3 there. But yeah, I don't know how we're going to set this up for educating all our children, because I kind of want to educate them all myself, but we can only do 2 of them. Not sure if we should educate our daughter, who would be really interesting if we like turned it into like an awesome shield maiden, since she has that better trait with the robust, a higher prowess. We already won this war, so we don't really need to do anything. There we go. So that has wrapped it up. And thus we got that 62 gold. So we're getting paid, guys. Let's go and disband our army since we haven't gotten any additional mercenary offers. But there are quite a few still on the map here. There's a lot of fighting going on in the Norse territories. Makes sense. So I could see doing this one. I guess this one would make a bigger difference in helping them out. But we need to do 2 things before we accept either of those missions. First, we need to create a new men-at-arms regiment, which we have quite a few options. I don't know that we should get another heavy infantry right away, even though Huskarls are pretty good. I don't think we'll get the Bondi, or at least not right now. They're okay. Could get light horsemen if you want to counter archers, but I really think our best choice is to get the Vigmen. They have that really high toughness compared to the bowmen. Of course, their damage is slightly lower. But then they also have that 22 screen for if you do have to retreat, and then they have some really nice terrain bonuses. But most importantly, they counter the skirmishers, which skirmishers counter heavy infantry. And so it makes sense to get the Vigmen. So if anybody's got something that can counter our Varangian veterans, then we can counter them as well. So we'll get them. They're also much cheaper than the Varangians. So we might be able to build them fully up to level 5. Yeah. So now we can have up to 1,000 men. Let's go ahead and get those refilled with the provisions. It's going to be quite expensive, 990. And we'll wait to get the third men-at-arms for now. I think 1,000 is going to be plenty enough for these missions that we're looking at doing. And we're going to move over there towards whichever one we decide to do. I think we're going to do this one here. And so we'll need to move into one of these provinces. This guy really likes us. So we'll move over there. But yeah, I don't want to spend all the money, because we might be able to find something in the town here. So we've already seen this event here. Just confrontation between two of these characters, Dietrich and Ulfr. Ulfr being one of our newer characters here. So we could choose to side with one of them. I mean, one of them we don't really like. We don't get along with this guy. While the other one we do. We really like him. And we're kind of like that. We would pick sides. Not all the time. Sometimes we just say fight it out amongst yourself. But if we really don't like somebody, and we really don't like this guy, or at least he doesn't like us, so I assume we feel the same way. He's also vengeful though, so maybe he tries to get revenge on us. But he's messing our camp all up, because he's got that lower opinion. So we're going to go ahead and side with Ulfr. Also give us a weak hook on him, make him like us even more. The smart decision is to side with the person who doesn't like you, but that's not how Magnus does things. But yeah, what I was saying is that you'll see here for our camp followers, we have 2 detractors. Now, we're still steadfast in getting those bonuses. But yeah, the supporters are larger, that's what's important. But yeah, he's causing trouble in the camp, questioning our authority. We got the proving grounds completed. So that makes both our knights and our men-at-arms better, and it increases the size of these. So if we wanted to invest in it further, we could. Of course, they're 82. Thus, they'd be much cheaper. But we're in town here, so let's first visit the tribal holding. Listen to the story. We got that 100 intrigue, excellent. And then we'll see if there's anybody to recruit. So we got an old guy. We got a 34-year-old wise man. He would actually make an okay knight. He's not bad. Another old guy who apparently is hideous. Hideously ugly. I mean, he doesn't look hideous to me, but whatever. This guy here is actually decent, but he's 53 gold to recruit him. How good are our knights currently? Like, where is he gonna fit? Okay, so he's not gonna be our worst knight, but he'll be the second worst knight. So do we want to pay all that money for the second worst knight? No. Not when we could instead invest in our men-at-arms. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll have to invest in the Vigmen because they're more expensive. And then we'd also have to refill that, which can't do that this way. Okay, so probably shouldn't invest in them yet. Could do this here, but wait till we really need that. So it's fine. We can refill it eventually once we no longer have this cooldown. 17th of April, 880. So that's going to be several months. That's okay. We'll go ahead and get these troops raised up if the contract's still available. It is, though he is losing that. But we can actually help him win it. It's a little bit more exciting. It's at negative 50% war score. Hopefully we can get there in time. But yeah, we shall aid him. If he loses that siege, I think that's it for him. Maybe I should have moved a bit closer. Alright, so if we moved this way, it would take 3 months. If we move this way, we'd get that penalty, first of all. It'd only take 46 days, though. Yeah, if we move this way, we might not be able to get there in time. But remember, you do get the penalty. Okay, I think we're gonna go this way, despite the fact that it'll take a bit longer. We should get there in time. I don't know. It could change up the progression, though, and then you don't get there. Well, it is decreasing. I don't know. We'll see. We're probably gonna be late. At least I don't take any attrition going through here. Yeah, you know, you can have those little siege events that can change up the situation here. And he's gonna leave anyways. So he's gonna try and get into the hills, because it's the only chance he has. But even that will not be enough. We will win this battle. Oh, he attacked us. Okay, well that was silly. Alright, so now we have an advantage of 30 because we're the ones defending. I'm not sure why he didn't stay in that location, particularly since he knew we were going over there. Looking at our counters, so the big men are dealing 71% damage due to being countered, but the Varangian veterans are doing full damage. Their much smaller regiment of big men are doing full damage, while their bondi have been countered to the point they're only doing 10% of their damage, which they don't do a lot to begin with. We're getting a lot more damage from our high advantage. I think that's one of the things changed, where advantage is significantly more important in CK. So with that, we now flip the war towards our favor at 25%. We didn't even lose many dudes, as you guys can see here. I mean, we had all men at arms, while he had a lot of just peasants. Just those levies, which aren't all that good. So I guess we'd want to come over here next and siege this location. Which we're going to take attrition going through. So we'll go this way. Could just do this siege here too, I suppose. Why not? Yeah, we'll go and siege this location. So we're doing the siege here, and we got an event here about a new nickname. The Depraved. So that's what we're being called. My liege, have you heard what they call you? My champion Dietrich says to me while paying close attention. Of course it'd be him to notify us of this. They call you Captain Magnus the Depraved. Not what you would call flattering perhaps, but it's unlikely that you can do anything to change it. Better get used to it. Dietrich snickers as he walks away. So good folk whisper that your desires are unnatural. You consider them simply refined. So this will cost us 150 prestige, and Dietrich will lose opinion with us, lose respect. Okay, so I mean it's fitting for the character and all the things we've done, although we haven't been that bad. I mean, we burned that holy tree, but Norse wouldn't really care about that. We've done a little bit of banditry, but honestly, we're just a mercenary, just doing some work, helping people out. So I believe we already got this event earlier in the series. This guy's much younger though. He's pretty decent with that learning. Yeah, not bad at all. We could just ask him to leave. I don't know, we kind of come across a little bit more religious in this playthrough than you'd expect with his traits. Could just get the experience. Diplomacy challenge, we try and get him to stay in our camp. He's probably not going to. 25% chance he agrees to stay. Might just be better to get the traveler trait and the experience from that, because we don't actually have that, despite all the traveling that we've done. So yeah, that's what we'll do. So that trait will give us increased diplomacy, and other characters that have that trait will like us more. So diplomacy is still quite low at only 3, losing some of those hooks, just not able to make use of them. Siege here is almost done. Just a matter of days, and then we'll go and attack his army over there. Didn't get much money from that holding, so wiping out this army might be enough. I don't know if we'll have to do a siege. Depends on where we're at on the maximum score for battles. And that was enough because we actually captured his heir, and so we're getting a nice bonus from that. I mean, we'd be winning the war anyways, so what we could do is ransom that heir off before the war ends. I think we should. So let's go to our prisoners. Seems that we've had this guy in house arrest for a while. Didn't even know that I captured him. We could recruit him. He's a berserker. He's not landed, so he is open to being recruited. Zealous, callous, generous. Elusive Shadow, great intrigue. He fits right in. So I think we'll go ahead and recruit him. And then this character here, you know what, this is not the heir. So I don't know if he was captured earlier and we don't have him in our prison. The other guy does. It's gotta be the case, right? So yeah, with him, we could recruit him. He's okay. He's at least sadistic as well. So yeah, we could recruit him because he could serve as a knight. So he's not as impressive. And you start out with the lower opinion with him from the recruiting him. And so it's going to mess up the cam. Could just go ahead and execute him and get some piety. Still lose that stress again, but I don't have any stress. The Jarl would be upset, but who cares? Yeah, this fits our character. He loves executing people. So going to do that. We need to add to our numbers for kills. These are rookie numbers, man. For a character like this, that's the only people we've killed so far. Alright, so we're just waiting for this war to end here. And also we'll have him recruited. Surprised they haven't ended it yet. There we go. We got 269 gold for how much we contributed in that conflict. So very nice payday there. So let's go and expand our troops. We'll have to figure out what we want to spend that money on. Probably the men-at-arms, though we do need additional provisions. At the very least, we can increase their size here. We could also spend that money on camp upgrades. And unfortunately, we do have to end today's episode here. Did a lot of mercenary work, got quite a bit of money for it. Overall, quite effective. And we're now on 880, about to enter into the year 881. Most importantly, we had 3 children. Character's now 31, as is his wife. Well, she's 32. So I think she's just slightly older than our character, a few months. Look like her birthday's in January. It's about 3 months older. I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one, where we can continue to do this mercenary work and earn buttloads of money and prestige. You can see just how effective it is being a landless mercenary. So yeah, hope to see you on that video, and thanks for watching.